Thank you so much, Lloyd, for stopping by. I know your schedule is very busy, and you're here to talk about how MTN and TIP work together. So the first question is, what project groups did you participate in, and how did they contribute to your organizational goals?
Yeah, thank you, Eugina, for the question. I think just talking about, my yellow tech is here and keeping me so busy, everybody's stopping me. I think a lot of it is just out of interest, like, what are those? Because they're taking all the attention, on stage. Yeah, look, coming to your question, I think firstly we are, we feel very proud and privileged to be part of the TIP community. I think we believed in the concept from day one. I think we're one of, the early adopters of the concept, because we could see in the horizon that, we are going to run into, these challenges of network complexity, cost optimization that we need to do in order for us to take care of, our customer needs. So effectively, we are participating in almost every aspect of open, optical, and packet transport.
In all the subgroups?
Yeah, mainly in the subgroup called MUST, which stands for mandatory use cases for SDN, transport. So we're participating in the IP domain. We're also participating, heavily in the optical domain. Previously, there was a lot of momentum also in the, the microwave. They call it, the open wireless, backhaul. We've done a lot in there as well in terms of, participating in RFI and putting together some of, the detailed, requirements and specifications. And of course, about, the DCSG, which we've been championing, and we're very excited to have made strides in terms of, putting it in our networks, trials, both in the lab and, in the field. And we believe that, this will help us, going forward to address some of, our customer needs, the complexity that, we have, in the network. But I think most importantly, giving us the opportunity now to fully open and democratize, the ecosystem, which we believe will, bring down, the cost, which is what we ideally need.
For your transport?
Yeah, for the transport, network. So I think, that is, the key benefit from, this project groups that we're participating in OOPT. Yeah.
So it's bringing your transport cost down, innovating together to bring the cost down.
That is correct, yeah. I think you put it more elegantly.
You explained it so elegantly as well. So question number 2. So what are some key takeaways from your experience being a community member?
Yeah, look, I think, the big benefit is just the ability to meet up with other, tier 1 operators here, exchange ideas, and actually finding out that we've got, similar programs. And that has helped us. If you recall, in 2020, we came together with the likes of, Vodafone, Telefonica, Telia, Orange, T-Mobile, and others, to put together what we call the open SDN, architecture. We thought that was important, so that we can send a consistent message to, the vendors out there, with the hope that we are able to, in a way, influence, the roadmap to incorporate, these features that directly link to the problems, that we have. And we started off as 6 members. That community has grown to 11 members.
In 3 years?
Yeah, in 3 years. Absolutely, amazing. Including the likes of China Mobile, Texel, Team, Colt, and Airtel, who's also a big player in the African market.
Well done, well done. And now to my last question.
Yeah.
So what is in the future for your involvement with TIP in the OPT group?
Yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, and I mean, we joined 2016, so that's been a 7-year journey so far.
Yes, since
Yeah,
our,
since we,
day one.
we embraced, the idea, and I think in the last 2-3 years or so, we've seen really, the momentum. I would say that, I mean, although we come so far, there's still, a long way to go. I think what's encouraging is that now we're starting to see, both vendors and operators being like-minded in terms of believing in open and disaggregated solutions as taking us, into the future. So in the outer years, I see more deployments. I see more integration into existing, network, collaborating. I think we've made that point with, the scaled, commercial POCs that we've done in our network. So yeah, that's how I see the future. I think, there's going to be more of this. I mean, even from Open RAN, I think, just having been in some of the sessions, they're picking up a lot of, momentum. Yeah.
And I think momentum is what defines your experience with TIP.
Yeah, we've never at any point, felt like we're stagnating. Of course, when we had to ideate and come up with, specifications and so forth, common standards, that's where we spend a lot of time, doing a lot of, iterations. But I think overall, there's huge progress.
You build a plane and now the plane is flying.
Yeah, now the plane is flying and hopefully we're going to be at a cruising altitude soon and enjoy the ride.
Thank you very much for spending your time with us.
The pleasure is absolutely mine. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.